Hey guys, in this video I'm going to test and show a lot of footage of this GKU E200 dual 4K dashcam. It comes with really everything what you can expect from a really state-of-the-art dashcam these days. Has even a super modern STARVIS 2 sensor, supports HDR night vision, and includes even a whopping 128 GB micro SD card, which is already inserted. Get it with all the cables, all the stickers, comes even with a free app, so we get really everything ready to be used. And by the way, I got it for free from the seller to show you everything, but it's still my honest opinion because I would never claim something which is not true. And so here's everything what I found in the packaging. You can see we have two cameras, we have the cables, we have even two extra stickers, despite two of them already installed. And we get the two electrostatic stickers, instructions, even special wire holders, pry tool, super complete set. And the instructions are really easy, I would say straightforward, even with some writing on the cables. So we are connecting first the back camera, then connecting the wire, the super long wire, to the main camera on the top here, then connecting the power cable with the carport adapter, with the USB-C side here, also to the main camera, to this top part here, and then we connect the carport plug here. I turn it around, and so we can see just after a couple of seconds it's ready to be used. So we can remove the sticker with some info here, nice screen, and so I'm pushing the button here to format the micro SD card. Okay, and so you can see it was absolutely straightforward. If I had it in my car, it would already record from the front and from the back. The dashcam doesn't have a touch screen, but we have a button underneath where we can switch between the different camera settings. And while it's recording, we can use the button here on the left side to lock recording in case something has happened. We have also the access to the micro SD card here, so that's actually enough. The only thing which we don't get is the hardwire kit. That's an extra set, and that's needed when we want to use this camera for parking monitoring, because otherwise the camera will just turn off when you turn off the car. That's nothing special. This is pretty much standard, at least in 2026. If there's something wrong with the camera or you need to reset it for some other reason, you can press down here for 5 seconds. Then the recording will stop, factory reset, reboot, and start recording again. Okay, that's what's going to happen now. And so we can use it easily already like that. But of course, if we want to have more settings, more functions, then we can scan the QR code, download the app. To connect the dashcam, we click here. Then connect Wi-Fi. We have the GKU E200, obtaining IP address connected, no internet access. That's exactly what we expect. And so we have also the icon here that it's connected. We tap for option to the Wi-Fi. Network has no internet access, stay connected. Okay, yes. Then we go back to the app, and then there should be the camera, hopefully. Okay. And so we have it here with the live view, everything. That's of course much more convenient to change the settings. So you can see we can change a ton of stuff here. Definitely not going to show you everything, but you can see, for example, Wi-Fi password, highly recommended to change that. Can activate 5G Wi-Fi for faster transmission. Of course, we have to reconnect again now, but we can see it has an automatic collision detection. We can turn it off, so we can use the manual button here to record, which I think is the better solution, because especially when you're on a bumpy road, it will then save and lock a lot of videos, and then at the end the storage card is full and not recording anymore. And of course the video resolution, that's the possibilities which we have. So in the maximum setting, really 4K HDR from the front plus 4K from the rear. And of course from here we can also take a picture from the live view. We can start recording from here and we can access the video footage here directly, which is stored on the microSD card. So we have easy access. We don't have to remove the microSD card. We can easy access everything from here, upload, share everything. So till now, everything looking really good, super solid, super stable, has been very easy to set up, no obstacles, no nothing, just straightforward process. And so I've been testing this camera now for a couple of days, and it has been absolutely amazing, capturing everything nice and clear, of course, already during the day, but even more impressive during the night. Especially here you can see all the really nice colors, nice details, sharpness, everything, even with just very little illumination. But not only the front is really impressive, but actually almost even more the back here, because back cameras are usually heavily struggling in dark light, and here we can see when we just have a little bit of light, it's really nicely recording everything. I think I've never seen such great recording from a back camera. And here same thing, of course, during the day, which is absolutely fantastic color sharpness. And yeah, nice and smooth, everything clearly visible. Of course, can't show you a license plate or so, but a similar thing, for example, here on the right side, this speed sign, and despite we are not even close, we can see everything nice and clear. Definitely wouldn't be a problem to see license plates when we are close. And then, of course, also test regarding microphone. Microphone recording test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely very decent quality. Then also the view to the back, absolutely amazing again for a back camera here, and also everything is here visible, the location, speed, everything, same thing as with the front camera. And so the overall experience has been really good, has been working super reliable, nothing to complain, has always started recording pretty much instantly after turning on the car and stopped after turning it off. Has been very easy to retrieve the footage, no matter if through Wi-Fi or microSD card. And again, what also surprised me was how easy it was to set up, how easy to install, absolutely straightforward, didn't have any issues here, and we get really everything. So it's a full recommendation from my side. And so if you're interested, you can find the link down in the description of the video, so you can check it out and order one for you if you like. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or want to share your own experience with this GKU E200 dashcam, then just let us know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, see you next time.